Hey everyone, want to welcome you to Enterprise DNA's latest summit, Innovations in Power BI and Power Platform. Really excited to have you with us during this particular event. A lot of time and effort, I know, has gone into organizing all of the great presenters and content which we're going to be releasing to you all during this particular, or we're going to be putting on for you during this particular event. So really hope that you enjoy all of the different ideas and techniques and innovations that everyone's going to be discussing. I was looking through the list of presenters and just blown away by the talent and some of the new and up and coming talent that we've got involved in this particular event. So I have no doubt that I myself am going to learn a lot about visualization, about automations, about Power BI development. That's the sort of stuff that really excites me, and hopefully you also. And really looking forward to getting you involved and collaborating with our presenters and with our team during the next 3 days. I always like to kick off these events just to give you an overview of what's going on at Enterprise DNA, and also just give a preview of the summit, really. Nothing different from me this time round. There is literally so much going on, particularly on the sort of product side at Enterprise DNA, with so many innovative things that we are exploring, that we're testing, that we're hoping to release really soon. And I just want to spend the next 20 minutes to half an hour really talking about them and showcasing what we're up to, so that you can get a sneak peek at some of the things that we're going to release in the short term, over the next week or two, to the medium term, over the next sort of quarter or next half year. We've got a lot planned. As you know, we went through a huge upgrade last year. And I've personally made a decision that we want to take things to another level this year. So last year was our transformation year, and this year is our exponential year, I would say. We're going to really take the platform to another level. Really help you obviously learn, but also practice. Also build your skills portfolio. Also help you with your productivity around what you're doing with Power BI, the Power Platform, and other tools and technologies. We really want to be a big part of your everyday work and skill development around all of these great tools and really game-changing game-changing features within all of the tools and languages that we've got content around. So hopefully that sounds like something that you're interested in, and soon I'll share my screen. But yeah, just once again, big thank you for registering for the event and coming to the event and being a part of it. Obviously, we make the live sessions completely free to anyone. So we've got a very wide group of people from all around the world. It's always great to have these events to see how wide an impact Enterprise DNA can have globally. Really connecting to all areas of the world, and I'm sure this particular event is no different. So thanks for joining, and hopefully you get a lot out of this session, and also all the follow-up sessions that we've got in the coming days. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen now, and I want to just walk you through a few things. I want to walk you through some of the most interesting and innovative things that we're doing at Enterprise DNA. Let me just share here 1 second. Cool. So high level, some of the key things that we're working on. We're making small changes all the time, by the way. And so and we're trying to keep you as informed as we can around with notifications, etc., around all the little things that we're doing. Some of the big ones, by the way, that maybe aren't as innovative as some of these future ones that I'm going to cover, but are equally as important to the overall user experience, is the complete integration now of the Analyst Hub and the forum. So I know a lot of you have been with us for a while, is that we used to have multiple logins, and we've finally sorted that out. We finally have. Okay, so you automatically get logged into the Analyst Hub directly from your dashboard. So you literally only need one credential. Same with the forum here. You get logged in straight away. Everything is connected now, and we're just going to continue to work on connecting them more. Okay, I'll jump into the forum shortly in a second, because we're going to do some quite innovative things there, and we've changed up how that looks and feels as well. You might have noticed. So one of the biggest changes we are going to look to make is a bit of an upgrade to the dashboard. So this dashboard's been implemented for, we've had it for a few, 4 or 5 months now, and I think that it can do with a bit of an upgrade. That I personally decided that, and the biggest thing that we're going to do, it's twofold. We're going to make the learning plan more front and center. Okay, so at the moment, to get to your learning plan, you either have to click here. Hold on, that didn't work. You have to click here, or you need to navigate to your learning plan over to here. Okay, and so the intention is that this learning plan, that we will still have these pages, but this learning plan needs to show up on the dashboard. It needs to be far more relevant to you, because that at its core is what we're trying to help you achieve. Is develop your skills in a structured way, right? And that is personalized to you. And so that needs to be more in front of you at all times. And so that's going to be one change we make. And at the same time, we're going to change the logic around XP points to set us up for the future. At the moment, the feedback we've gotten, and through our own assessment, is that the XP is a little bit ambiguous. XP stands for experience points, by the way. It's a little bit ambiguous, and we want to make it a lot more meaningful in terms of the number. So when you look at the number, you think straight away, okay, that means X. Okay, and so what we're going to do here is we're going to make 100 points, 100 XP points, the equivalent of approximately 1 hour of learning. Okay, it's never going to be exact, but approximately 1 hour of learning. So if you see 1,000 points, you can be relatively confident that that is 10 hours of learning and skill development. Now, that could be across various different aspects of developing your skills. It could be watching content, it could be watching an event, it could be taking an assessment, it could be working away on a project. It could be a variety of things, but we're going to assess how much points should be allocated to each different thing, and then that is what we will make the equivalent of 1 hour of learning. Okay, and so we think that's going to be a lot more relevant, and how that's going to flow through much better going forward. It really is actually setting us up for various other innovations we want to do down the track. Where we think that's really going to set us up going forward is that the percentage numbers here we feel are a little bit less relevant than how much XP you're actually collecting for data analysis, how much XP you're collecting for data strategy, so on and so forth, right? And so we are going to look to reduce the reliance on, say, a percentage number, and increase the visibility of how much XP you are actually collecting across all of these different skills, all of these different tools. And so it will be a much clearer representation of how much you are achieving, how much you are learning. And how it could eventually flow into that later on is we might actually have levels. So we might associate levels to how much skills XP you're creating, and or how much you're collecting around each tool. And those levels could be a way to sort of showcase, okay, well, out of 10, you're at level 7, and this is how you get to level 8, and this is how you get to level 9. So hopefully you can sort of see how that change, that tweak that we want to make to XP can naturally flow into some more meaningful things that we want to do down the track. Also, the other big thing around that change that will lead us, what it will lead us into, is we'll be able to really give a more like-for-like comparison to your peers, to your team, to the community. And so we're going to actually have a new page very soon, which basically is like a community page where you can sort of see, okay, well, who's achieved the most XP points over the last month, who's achieved the most over the last year, and then we could have prizes around how much XP people users are collecting, and maybe have competitions around how much XP users are collecting. So there's just so many more great things that we can do if we move away, I think, from this logic. So that is one of the big innovations we're looking to, and big enhancements that we're looking to make very, very soon, alongside a bit of a dashboard upgrade where we focus on the learning plan. We also have recommended and popular as well. I actually was shown an image from my developers the other day, but I couldn't find it just before. But we've already got a nice mock-up of what it will look like, and I just couldn't find it, unfortunately. But if I can find it quickly here, I'll show you. Anyway, I think I'll move on. And we're just going to make also bookmarks and favorites and the experience pages more relevant, like more omnipresent as well, because these are quite significant aspects, I think, of the platform, and going to find certain things that are relevant to you, that you've saved, that are tracking what you're doing, etc. So, you know, that is, you see here, this is all the experience points that I've collected on my demo account here. And so we're going to really make this page more visible, more easier to see and click through to, and also have probably some more reporting as well. So you can truly track, okay, how am I developing? How am I going? And then, you know, compare how you're going versus your colleagues, or compare how you're going against someone else in the community who is on a bit of a streak. You know, we want to really encourage that collaborative, that cohort based learning as well. So let me know what you think about some of those changes. I'm keen to keep the discussion going, and hopefully the moderators on this are helping out as well with any follow-ups. Okay, so the next innovation, you may have seen recently we added a project center. Okay, and at the same time we actually have made a bit of a switch. So you might have known that we used to have a lot of challenges, and it used to be quite a big part of what we do. We've decided to maybe move away from that model slightly, and we're going to have more static or more evergreen type projects that users can work on. We want to, instead of having a competition, we want to actually have project-based learning where anyone can participate in a variety of different things whenever they like. Okay, that is what I know that these times are going to actually disappear soon. We're not going to have these countdowns. And so what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to come into here and learn about a particular build, we're calling them, and see the brief, and then download the materials, and then come over to our forum, and we're going to have a dedicated area for all of your for project-based learning. So you can submit something, and then we will almost provide mentorship and feedback around how you can improve things. We want to move more to this mentorship model rather than this competition model. That's really what it comes down to. We want to actually, you know, whatever you could even, you know, we've even got an idea to do sort of personal projects where you can literally submit anything. It doesn't even have to be, you know, it doesn't even have to be something that we set up for you. It could be like a personal project that you develop and you place it into a certain area in the forum. And then within Enterprise DNA, within the community, we can all provide feedback. And so what I think that will do, it'll empower a much larger majority to learn by actually doing, rather than everyone competing over a very niche and specific topic. So that's a big change that we're going to make. And at the same time, you know, we're going to have our historic challenges. So we've got a massive catalog of collaboration and community reports that users can leverage off at the same time. So hopefully, you know, you can see where the direction we're going, and how we're leveraging off what we've done before, but I think we're making it better, more relevant. That's kind of the plan. Now, the other big innovation you'll see is here, workouts. Now, this is being led by Brian within the team, who I'm sure you all know. And Brian is what we're planning to do is, and to be honest, we're going to start doing this within the next month or so. Is we're going to have short form, what we're calling workouts. Okay, so haven't got much to show you there, but the idea is that we're going to have Power BI workouts, Python workouts, SQL workouts, Excel workouts, and these are going to be 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 20-minute exercises that will be that you can use on that we will be updating on a regular basis. So it's kind of like your build is your bigger projects, your personal projects, but your workouts is you're going in for a quick workout in the gym. You're going to go quickly have a learn a little bit of a DAX logic. You're going to quickly go and learn a little bit of SQL logic, for example. And so we're partnering with a whole range of experts, and everyone's going to have their own vertical. And you'll be able to participate again within the forum. We're going to actually have it within the forum. And what we're also planning to do is the workouts feature. The workouts feature is going to be completely free. So anyone within the global data community can come and participate in the workouts. We want to make it a really collaborative environment, not only with our users, but also with the entire globe of data professionals who want to get involved in this sort of learning. Obviously, that's really it's going to be the only sort of free thing here, but we think that there's benefits in building a wider audience and getting a wide net of participation, throwing a wide net out there to get users involved in workouts. And then, if you want to do something more substantial, you can use a build, or you can also build your portfolio. So this is the other part to the project center. So we've got builds, we've got workouts, but we're also building the functionality to build your own portfolio. So the idea is you can participate in builds, you can participate in workouts, and then over time you can build up a whole portfolio. And eventually we'll be able to build a skills CV for you, because you'll be able to have all of this loaded up. We'll be able to match your portfolio that you've got here with all of the learning and the certificates and certifications that you're earning through the Learning Center, and we can culminate that into a data skills CV or a data skills portfolio. And eventually we'd love it to be sort of one click, be able to share on social media, one click, create your own sort of web page with all of the details that you've got on our platform. So that's some really exciting things that we're going to get to very soon. Probably, that's probably a more medium-term thing, but that is where we're going. That's exactly where we're going with all this in the project center. So this is huge. This is seriously huge, right? This project center, we're in the midst of making a few adjustments and starting a new facility, a workouts facility. But then once we've got that up and running and really humming along, I think you'll start to really appreciate the investment that we've made in this area, because it will really help with your skill development, but it's also going to help with your career. It's going to help with any aspirations that you have around your data career, and that's what we want to really drill down on a lot more going forward. Really help you not only learn, but also help you get to a place where you're reaching your goals around your career. Okay, so that's a good overview there, I think. The next innovation I wanted to touch upon was mobile applications. So we are very, very close, probably within the next two, maybe 3 months, to actually having a fully working mobile application that you can download from the Apple Store or from Android, the Android store. So what I just thought I'd show you was these are our mock-ups of what we've designed. So you'll see here it's pretty comprehensive, and we're actually in the build phase right now. This is Figma, by the way, if you haven't seen this before. This was a company that got bought by Adobe for about 20 billion recently. But you'll see here that we've basically got all the designs done for our mobile application. Okay, so this is going to be completely linked up to everything within the web-based platform, And so you'll be able to watch things on the go. You'll be able to watch it on your iPad, on your iPhone, whatever device that you have. You'll be able to get involved in all of our content and platform and have it all automatically synced with what you're doing inside of the web browser based platform as well. So it's going to be another huge innovation that's come around from some of the big investments that we're making. We've had plenty of requests for this over the years, so I'm really hoping that this fulfills quite a need out there with users who want to be a bit more mobile while they're watching or listening to content. Cool. So another big update that we're making is around the Analyst Hub. So this has been on the cards for a while. It's been a bit delayed, I would say, but we're going to do a complete revamp of the Analyst Hub. And the two biggest things I think we're going to do there is we're really going to drill down into the coding libraries, okay? So we feel like that is the most used aspect of the platform by quite a significant margin. I would say 80 to 90% of what our users use the Analyst Hub for is just to build libraries of code. So being able to build up documents of a whole range of code that can be saved and can be implemented in your model really quickly. Okay, so we're going to really double down on that. And at the same time, the world we've realized has actually changed quite significantly, particularly the AI landscape. And so our plan is to do whatever we can to create a sort of ChatGPT like experience where you can not only save code manually, but you'll also be able to write out in natural language what you want and get code snippets, and then be able to, just like you can here, sort of do one click, and then save it with one click into a library. Okay, so that's one of the things that I don't think actually is really available anywhere else at this point, is sort of matching those two up. And so that's what we intend to actually do with the Analyst Hub, is really drill down on the code libraries and then help you with some sort of AI solution that enables you to get all of the functionality you get out of ChatGPT, but actually get it within the Analyst Hub environments, and then be able to save certain aspects of your snippets. Okay, so you can just build up huge libraries. The other thing is that we're going to have it far more integrated into the learning experience here. So you might actually start seeing details about the Analyst Hub pop up into the dashboard. You might actually see the ability to save code snippets from like a video. So you might see a formula in a video and you want to save that to the Analyst Hub. We might have a way for you to just go one click into the Analyst Hub. The community aspect of the Analyst Hub might be more integrated into this area as well. So you'll be able to have some form of sort of community collaboration around code snippets and the like. Okay. So yeah, that's coming soon. That's seriously exciting. The Analyst Hub, we want, I have ambitions for this to be something that you come to every day. Any time that you need to do something in any of these data tools, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Python, R, SQL, so on and so forth, Excel. The Analyst Hub needs to become an everyday part of your development workflow. That's really our goal. And so anything that you can think of that would really help there, also just let us know. Let us know what you think should be implemented there. Our ambitions around what we want to do here just keep going up and up and up and up, and we're pretty determined to make it happen. So keen to really get you involved in those in that ideation and that creative flow of what we can actually do there. Cool. Well, hopefully you're pretty excited about that. I certainly am. I certainly am, particularly about that productivity piece. We've also, I touched on this just briefly as well before. We've also made some updates to the forum. Hopefully, if you've been on the forum before, you'll notice them. We've got a nice now navigation down the left-hand side, and just the whole UI is just simpler. It's just cleaner. It's faster. We're just trying to make it easy. We're gonna clean up these categories very soon. and just make it as collaborative an environment as possible. We really want to build upon that sort of mentorship and advisory type work to around your skills. Okay, there's never been a sort of consulting type mechanism. It's just to really support your learning goals, your learning journey, and we think and definitely integrating the project center more with what goes on in the forum is going to be really, really useful in that regard. So that is, I think I'm pretty near the end. The other big announcement I think I'll make just to round off, the other big announcement, and I'll just unshare my screen for this one, is we are planning on going to a global pricing model. Okay, so what is global pricing, you might ask? Well, global pricing is where we have slightly different pricing based on where you are in the world. Okay, so this is really, really relevant for, say, different parts of Asia or Africa, South America, in some regards. It's where we can actually make it more the pricing more achievable. Okay, we have a vision of impacting, hundreds of thousands of users with our platform, and we feel like currently that the vast majority of the world is kind of cut off from accessing our platform just due to a function of pricing. And so we are, in a automated way, looking to go to a global pricing model where you'll be able to actually see a price in your own currency, and it will be weighted based on various factors that we take into consideration. Really, we want to just make it achievable. So we might look at average annual income for a particular region, something like that. That's kind of the direction we're going. If you didn't notice already, we actually, in Australia and New Zealand, we have a pricing already set up. So if you want to check out what that pricing is, you can just head to our pricing page and you'll see that it's been slightly adjusted based on your region. And so this is something that after a bit more testing, we plan to actually roll out globally. So every region, every different currency may have a different sort of pricing bracket, and we are truly hoping that will bring a lot more of the data community partnering with us and to be involved in our community. And so we're really excited about that development. There's a lot that goes into actually making that work in an automated way, and we've made a few investments to make that happen. And once we feel like it's working, we might look to really scale that up in the coming months. So yeah, keen to get hear any feedback on that, or any get your thoughts on that at any time. But that is the direction that we're looking to go. So I think that's most of the things I wanted to cover. I know I'm not taking up too much of the hour, but I just wanted to fill you in. I wanted to fill you in. This particular summit's all about innovation. It's all about some of the latest and greatest ideas and techniques and features that are happening in our universe, in our data universe. And I think in amongst that, enterprise DNA needs to keep up. We need to keep up. We need to keep innovating. And I think we've been doing pretty well over the last 12 to 18 months, and we just want to keep going. We just want to keep going. We're going to keep reinvesting and keep building something truly, truly awesome, something that we're really, really proud of. And so, really appreciate you being along for this journey with us as well, and being a part of it. And really keen to keep you involved over time, and into the future. Really, really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate your participation here, and really participate those who have decided to be a bigger part of our community, and being a paying subscriber. Just a reminder that all of these, all of the resources and replays will be placed into our platform during the event and after the event. So you'll be able to watch any of these through over time. You won't lose access to them if you decide to become a paying member. in the coming days or coming weeks. So please do if you really like what we're doing here, and you like what I covered today. You know, we truly have, I would say, I think the most holistic approach to learning out there, particularly in our space. You know, we obviously have our video content, which is incredibly extensive, but we're also really doubling down on this project-based practice. You know, project-based learning is so key. We want to provide an environment where you feel you can practice anything at any time. We will put on as much as we can, but you just have the facility, have the mechanism to practice at any time and get feedback and get mentorship. You know, we really want to ramp that up as much as we possibly can. We also have all of our live events. We have our analyst hub. We have our support forum. So it's really a holistic approach, and that's always, you know, that's been the direction that we've gone in, and we'll continue to. You know, we feel like that is the best value for money, but you know, in terms of what we can provide out to the community. So, yeah, hopefully that is resonates with you as well. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap up. Thanks for joining me on this one, and really look forward to jumping into the follow-up sessions throughout the summit, throughout the next 3 days. A big thank you to a few people, including you know, really my team for helping organize this. All of the presenters have spent the time to get their content together for these sessions. So really appreciate all of you, and thank you to, you know, lastly, all of you for tuning in and for wanting to be a part of it. You know, really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy getting amongst a whole diverse range of data professionals, you know, all around the world. You know, we really do, and I hope you do as well. Okay, I'm going to round off. Thank you so much, and yeah, look forward to seeing you during some of the sessions coming up. See you soon.